Hello there, this is Sean from Sean's Travels, and here I am in Sunnidale Park in the winter. I figure I'd at least get one video, in the winter at this park, and this winter is appropriate because that is the season in which I first discovered the park 16 years ago. That was just before I re-enlisted. Can't believe it. I mean, before the military, the job I'd had for the longest period of time was IGA, 6 years with the company, and that wasn't even continuous except for the last 2 years. So there's the ski trails, here's the foot trails. It's going to be a lot easier to find your way along this time. This is one of the warmer days. It's only -5 Celsius, and that's why I decided to do the recording now. And then a couple months from now, just before the leaves come out, or maybe when they first come out, that's when I will do the springtime video. Because if I do get posted out of here after 1 year, it's not unprecedented. I had a former postmaster who got posted out of his base after only 1 year. So it could happen. And at least I'll have captured this park, my favorite place in Barrie, across all 4 seasons. It's neat how beautiful the big tall blue spruce looks against the white snow of the winter. It's and of course, because the snow is so bright, it's hard to see what I'm actually aiming at on the screen. It's getting difficult to even find the pause button. So I'm not even recording that. See, it's hard to see the pause button because the snow is so bright. But it does look like they're doing something over there at the Arboretum. They probably won't do a lot until spring, but there's a beautiful pine tree against the white snow. There's a big tall spruce. It's amazing though how the dark green of the coniferous trees ends up becoming some kind of almost black or very dark gray. I mean, even the trunks of the trees look dark gray and not brown of any kind, though there are isolated flecks of what's almost a bronze color in there. Oh look, there's a black squirrel. There he is, sitting up there, eating. There, got the picture. Oh, there he is. Pose. Got him. This seems to be the only trail that's open, the outermost trail, which is highly appropriate because it was the outermost trail that I used when I first discovered this park. And of course the stairs are closed because of the snow and everything. But hey, at least the park is open in winter. Okay, not quite the outermost, because now we veer this way. And no, it's not veer from Babylon 5, Londo's assistant. Ha ha ha. It's veer the direction. Because after all, it was V-I-R. That's how his name was spelled. And if you wonder why I've randomly brought up Babylon 5, it's because I unboxed recently the Babylon 5 model kit that I found at the 400 market. And of course that's where I'm going to be doing a toy haul video because I found my childhood Fisher-Price record player. Maybe I'll put that in the end screen and cross-promote the 2 channels. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the kind of winter shots I wanted to get at Wasaga Beach, but it was just so cold the day I was out that I couldn't really do it. Of course, this time it's not too cold, so I don't have to wear my gloves, and I can always push the record button and the pause button and everything. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. This is why I always loved city parks. I mean, The park across the 2nd Street from where we lived in Orillia in the 80s, that wasn't anything to write home about. So it wasn't until I lived in Orillia in '05 and St. Catharines, Lester B. Pearson Park in '04, that I first discovered parks again. City parks. Beautiful. And of course Kingston. In late '09, I would wander through the central park of the city, and of course in 2018 when I went to New York City, I got to the southern tip of Central Park, so I took myself on a walking tour pretty well of Fifth Avenue or something, went right through the big Ghostbusters arch, the one from Ghostbusters, and the one that Bernie Sanders was holding a big rally at in 2020. See, that building was a lot further away from us. Yeah, so it's neat how the park narrows in, but it's just beautiful. It's amazing, there's a worn enough trail from all the people that were walking here, but there's no one walking here today. Maybe there's an impending blizzard or something in there. Rushing home to hide from it. I'll be going home after this anyway. It's amazing how the 400 market and the toy conventions have more of what I'm looking for in the actual toy store. Because once Motu Origins disappeared from the toy shelves at Walmart and Toys R Us, once Star Trek Playmates 2022 left, you had to go to toy conventions to find what I was looking for. And I have about 1 week to compile my list from the Star Trek Playmates website, or what I could do is, if I don't get it done this week or this weekend, I could wait until next Saturday when I'm at the Meadowvale Hilton eating supper in its restaurant and take the time to do it then. But then I just realized that's not going to do me any good. You're going to have to finish the list before I leave home on Saturday morning and go through all my figures, both carded and uncarded, to see exactly what I have. Otherwise, it's not going to do me any good. Because I need to know exactly what I have in both carded and uncarded format, so I know which carded figures to actually purchase. And you can see how high up the snow is. It's got the bench. There you go. Not much to see this way except another bench facing away from us. Over there. Huh. Always found these trees fascinating. And there's a bird nest waiting for spring way up on the top of that tree. Huh. Alright, here we go. We're coming up to the side trail now. Well, I guess this is the north side trail. And of course there's lots of benches and picnic tables. And there's the big central building. That's where my car is parked. So there's a good view across the park. We'll see which one gets used as a thumbnail ultimately. I wondered what I heard. There's a squirrel up there taking his stuff up the tree. There's a good view. Seeing the building across the way. Seeing the park bench framed in the trees on the big lawn. Any number of possibilities for the thumbnail. This will solve the problem of which video to use for Sean's travels this week, because I did travel to get here, even if it was only a half-hour drive. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Here, I got my gloved hand out of the way. And of course the trails that go into the woods. Oh look, there are people out in the middle of the field. But I'm sticking to the end trail. And I'll loop around. Alright, here we go. So now we're approaching the hill that leads down to the dog park trail and everything. You can see someone carrying their sled or something. Maybe even a GT snow racer. Well, mine is still up in the rafters of my parents' garage. Got it for my 13th birthday in '91, the one with the red racer front and the racer steering wheel. That was the same birthday where I got the VHS original Star Wars trilogy, my actual introduction to it. Because I remember in grade 3 we'd seen part of Return of the Jedi, but I only remember scattered scenes from Jabba's palace. Here's something I never noticed before. Metal frame mushrooms. So here we are at the, I guess, east end of the park, the Kempenfelt Bay side. You can see the bridge down there. And so we'll round the corner, around this side, and then start our way back towards the car by way of the brand new COVID Memorial Gardens. And there, of course, is a path through the woods, and again, another wild sumac and bird nest. See if I could, if it wasn't so bright out, I could see the pause button and not have awkward silences, but oh well. With a digital camera, you can't take pictures while you're filming. And then it would have to be combined into multiple pieces, which Movie Maker might not be up to. That's why I use the pause button as an on-the-fly editor these days. Oh, look, there's another trail that goes down by the houses. And of course, while we have a chance, might as well get a big view of the park from this end. There's a nice pine tree standing out like a lone sentinel. No choice now, have to turn in this way to get to the, back to the car, because it goes right out to the street and you don't get a chance. Good thing I'm wearing the boots that are waterproof, because now I'm sinking more than ankle deep into the snow. It's like being back in the Victoria Road fields and wearing the cross-country skis and having Chewy tow me across the swamp when there was nothing but a smooth surface of ice for him. Oh, good grief. Okay. Well, good idea. Well, I know my yearly fitness test is over with, but it's never too early to train for next year's. Maybe one day I can do well enough to get into one of the metal colors. The bronze or the silver. Oh, that's a beautiful view. The park bench and the pine trees. That may well be the thumbnail. It's easier to walk on the cross-country ski tracks. At least I'm not sinking into the snow that way. Well, of course, there is also this one, which reminds me superficially of the Riverside Park in Pembroke. Just in time for winter, the COVID Memorial Park no longer has fencing around it. I'll have to try the walk through it in the spring. Here's another one, those nice trees with a big tall pine tree in the center. There's a better view. And there's a nice big tree there. Can't see the screen at all, even though the brightness was turned up to maximum. Only hope I'm getting good pictures. Remind me to use the digital camera next time and let YouTube pick a screenshot from within the video that's best suited. That's a way to get around the fact that the digital camera can't take pictures while it's filming. Alright, better view of the park benches in the center. Here's the COVID garden from another angle. Here's the building we head towards, the main park building with the parking lot and my car. It's probably the Sunnidale Park wooden sign right over there. Tried to get off the ski trails to walk through the snow, but I sank almost knee deep again, so forget about that one. There we go. Some more pictures from this end. This seems to be the only way to get back to the main building and its parking lot. It's a completely different way than the trails that are revealed when it's summertime. So we're back at the cars again and the main park building. So I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.